My brothers and sisters, greetings. Today we celebrate the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time. In today's first reading, we hear about the day of the Lord is coming. The prophet who called himself Malachi of God's messenger wrote about 450 years before Christ. He concealed his identity because he leveled some sharp reproaches against the temple priests and the leaders of the people. The people had fallen into religious indifference. They had compromised their faith and taken on immoral lifestyles that surround us and smothers us, like Malachi says. See, the day is coming. In the second reading from the earliest book of the New Testament, the second letter of the Thessalonians, St. Paul confronts people who are passively expecting the day of the Lord. They are sitting back doing nothing, waiting for it to happen. Paul tells them to go to work, building up the Christian community. In today's Gospel from Luke, Jesus speaks directly about the end of time. He uses apocalyptic language, the language of the book of Revelation. It is meant to stir up emotions, to get people involved. Jesus looks at the temple and tells people that the temple would be torn down because all material things come to an end sooner or later. Then the disciples ask the big question that so many people want to know. When? Every year, self-proclaimed prophets come out the woodwork telling people that they have an answer, to this question. Every year, newspapers carry advertisement from materialistic self-proclaimed prophets with supposed reason why the world is coming to an end in a few days, months, or years. Of course, to help them work out, they leave an address where donation to support this ministry can be sent. The Jehovah's Witnesses, the members of which seem to like to knock in our doors, has predicted the end of the world 5 times, all within the 20th century. Scientists assure us that one day, billions of years from now, the world will end because the sun, as source of energy, will exhaust its fuel. The church teaches that the world, indeed the universe, will end, but not in the way or at the time that either some religious sects or some scientists believe. Jesus taught that the time for the end of the world is hidden within the plan of God the Father, as we read that in Matthew 24, verse 36. In fact, Jesus dismissed the questions about when all this will happen as insignificant. And so the church teaches us that we do not know the time for consummation of the earth and of humanity. Vatican II Constitution on the Church in the Modern World, number 39. Thus, during the liturgy of the Eucharist, we acknowledge that Christ has died, Christ is risen, and Christ will come again. As people of faith, we should look forward to the second coming of Christ without anxiety. We should not dread it, as some think we should. That is why we also pray to God the Father. Lord, protect us from all anxiety as we wait in joyful hope for the coming of our Savior, Jesus Christ.